What I just played now is a type of arrangement where you combine a few elements of music together, mainly melody, harmony, and rhythm. Or you can think about it as playing bass guitar, rhythm guitar, and lead guitar at the same time. In this video, I'll share 3 different methods I use to create this part, and you'd be able to implement them on your guitar straight away. But before that, I want to make sure that you know why it's useful to be able to play everything on one guitar. First of all, if you are into lead guitar playing guitar solos, you have a problem if you're playing without a backing track because you have no reference to what you play, so you can play scales without thinking about chords. And maybe you are using backing tracks, but then you rely on them, and then you are reacting instead of creating, which is something that you can do definitely, but you're missing the potential of the guitar to create a whole arrangement where you can play a whole song together on one instrument. Also, essentially, you can create a backing track as you go by combining lead guitar and rhythm guitar. Okay, let's begin with the first idea. Find the chord that you like. For example, I like this chord. It's a type of an A minor chord. So we have 8, 10, 9, and then 10. Okay, and then when you play with the A, it's a beautiful A minor chord. And what you can do is find notes outside the chord to have as melodies around it. So you can break it down. And for example, you can take your index and play the B note, 7th fret of the high E string, slide it to the 8th, and that will be a simple melody around the chord. Now, because you're breaking the chord, you're playing one note at a time, it sounds more of a melody rather than strumming a chord. The second method I use is something called Campanella, in which you play a few strings one after the other, but they sound more like a scale rather than a chord. So if you play open high E and then 8 on a B string and then 10 on a G and D string, you have a beautiful melody / chord, like combination of both, and it sounds really pleasing. And the third method is climbing a mountain and take a hike to enjoy the beautiful view. And what I mean musically is that you take a chord, for example, C, this is what I've done, and you hold C, A string 3rd fret, 5th fret of the D and G strings, and that's the climb. And now you find the peak, let's say D, that's the 3rd fret of the B string, and then you enjoy the view, which is playing notes on that single string. I used here the pentatonic scale, 3, 5, 8, 10, and also 13. I didn't play it, but it's part of it. And it's a beautiful pentatonic scale that you enjoy playing. These are just 3 methods I use, but there are many more ideas I incorporated in this guitar part. So if you want to be able to play something like that, there are a few foundations that you have to know before. And the first one is fingerstyle, the ability to play with your fingers and to control each string when you need it. The second foundation is to know where you are on the guitar and how you can move from one note to the other, and what is the connection between the notes you play as the lead lines and the chords you play and how they interact with each other. Another foundation is to be able to see the guitar as not just like 6 strings, but how you can divide these strings into 3 different instruments, the bass, the rhythm, and the lead guitar. Above all, it's the knowledge of how to put all these pieces together. So it's not just chords and melodies, but it's a whole guitar piece that you can play from start to finish and share with the world. If you feel excited about creating this kind of music and connecting and learning and understanding how we put all the pieces together, then I invite you to join my new school group. It's all about guitar composition. You have a 7-day trial for free. And if you already know these foundations and you're an advanced player, I invite you to join as well, because I can help you get into more advanced techniques like how to bend and play chords and how to put all the pieces together in a way that is not just pleasing to yourself, but it sounds great and also it expresses your emotions.